Each and every day, I reflect on the wisdom gleaned from some of the amazing teachers that I've had a chance to work with in my life.
So many wonderful teachers come to mind for me, but one in particular really stands out, and that was my third grade teacher. Her name was Mrs. Cookson, and Mrs. Cookson really was just a champion for me.
The inspirational teacher in my life was my 11th grade pre-calculus teacher named Mrs. Sweat. She was amazing. She was an amazing teacher, but she was particularly special to me because the way she connected with me and championed me.
Inspirational teacher in my life would be Scott Barkus, a sophomore at Sierra High School. He was an English teacher. He was very tough. He believed in the concept of competition in the classroom. He gave us quizzes every week. Classes were tough, but they were very interesting. He was very fair, and for whatever reason, it really connected with me and inspired me to be a much better student.
I've been fortunate to have so many great teachers impact my life. One particular teacher, Margie Blythe, I got into her drama class as a junior at a brand new high school. She made me feel welcome, helped me get engaged.
Hi everyone. One of the most inspirational teachers I ever had was Dr. Robert Rueda, Professor Emeritus at the University of Southern California. He connected with his students by encouraging us to do our very best work.
Hi, my classroom champion was Mrs. Henson at Chula Vista High School. She was both my U.S. government and sociology teachers for advanced placement, and she chose to connect with me. And she was my champion because not only did she encourage me, but she saw past the quiet, shy kid that maybe didn't look as involved, but she knew that I needed a challenge.
Mr. Demos, my sixth grade teacher, connected to us through humor. He taught us that if you walk through the door with a good attitude and a sense of humor, the rest would take care of itself. And I probably learned more in sixth grade than any other year.
Teachers make a difference? You bet. AP Environmental turned my daughter into a vegan. AP Stats turned her into a professional note taker. English, social studies teachers challenge and champion my son's uncovered strengths. And his woodshop's teachers' generosity of ample times granted him the time to build his own sophisticated desk.
Hello, Coronado Unified. One of my more inspirational teachers was Mrs. Rude, my fourth grade teacher at Lincoln Elementary School in Minot, North Dakota. Every lesson she taught, she found a way to connect it to something that was real in my life.
I wanted to share with you a little bit about one of the most inspirational educators in my life. I was fortunate to have several, one being my high school guidance counselor who probably had the biggest impact on my life and is the reason why I'm an educator today.
One notable inspirational teacher to me was Sandy Ferguson at Coronado High School. And in the background is a collage of photographs that he had on his wall of his various ASB leadership teams.
My fifth grade teacher is a teacher who will always be very special to me because she not only connected with me and championed me, she challenged me.
An inspirational teacher in my life was Carol Scanlon. Carol was my 9th grade English teacher and my junior year English teacher.
Paula Rivora, my high school geometry teacher, made me love her class, made me love being there. And I hated geometry. Never could solve a proof. That didn't change.
When I think about why I became an educator in the first place, I'm reminded of Bernice Johnson, my 6th grade teacher, who's had a profound effect on who I am today, both professionally and personally.
Hello, I'm Bill Sankey, and I want to share 2 teacher experiences that I had here in Coronado Schools. First is my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th grade teacher, Maureen McGrath. And Maureen McGrath was a champion for me, and the classroom has continued to be a champion for me throughout my life, including my service to the city. The second teacher I want to recognize is Bill Seeger. Bill was a challenging influence on my life in the sense that he got more out of me than I thought I could do.
One of my favorite teachers was Miss Festa, my math teacher in high school. I took trigonometry and pre-calc from her. Not only was she great at teaching the subject matter, but she took a real interest in all of her students and really connected and spent countless hours providing extra instruction when we needed it to make sure we understood the material. She was the best.
She connected with me and championed me at a time in my life, in my junior year in high school, when I had lost one of my parents. She went out of her way, wrote me letters. This is pre-internet days. Wrote me letters, checked in on me.
And he challenged me in particular by calling me out when I was slacking off second semester senior year. He even called my mom after ample warnings to me to get my act together. I will never forget that lesson.
She championed every single one of us. None of us in the room ever questioned why she was pushing us. It was just part of who she was.
Thank you, teachers, for all that you do.
Thank you, teachers, for all that you do.
Thank you to all of our teachers and related service providers for what you do every day. We can't do it without you. Thank you.
You make such a huge difference in so many lives. So thanks.
Teachers, thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you, teachers, for all that you do.
Thank you, teachers, for all that you do.
Teachers, thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, teachers.
Thank you, teachers, for all you do. You're making a difference inside and outside of the classroom.
Thank you, teachers, for all you do.
Thank you, teachers, for all you do for our students in the Coronado Unified School District. Thank you.
Thank you, teachers, for all that you do.
Thank you for being inspirational. Thank you for all that you do, teachers.
Yeah, thank you, teachers, for all you do.
Thank you for all that you do, teachers. You have students in your classroom for a year. You may be in their life for the rest of theirs. Thank you for everything that you're doing. We love you. Your students appreciate you. This community values you, and we're going to get through this together.